thing that I think that a lot of people don't consider when they start competing in MMA is, we'll finish our thought in a second here.
I will say both these guys have a following. That was loud for both guys.
Pretty good odds of seeing some grappling here in this fight.
Yes. You were saying, though?
Just how hard it is to train for the chaos of it and just be in the right mental state going into a fight.
Absolutely.
Look at that, right away, taking a shot.
Yep. Ooh, Dago keeping his right leg under him. Goes the guard.
So Dago looking to invert here.
Yep. Good job using
doing
his.
A pretty great job there of getting to a better position there.
Yeah, he's using his shins to. It's not like a traditional butterfly sense, but he's using them to make space. We got.
He looks like he's got
darts or
anaconda choke there.
Yep. So his corner alluded to it.
Yep.
He's going to sweep with him. Now he's potentially going to mount, but he's got side control with a head.
Okay, so now he looks like he's got that anaconda choke getting pretty deep there.
Yeah.
If he can hook Dago's leg there, it's a bad position for Dago.
Good. And he's really squeezing.
Dago needs to turn back into him here.
Right, and take some pressure off them carotid arteries, right?
Yep, this is a blood choke, so actually he can go out if it's tight enough and he fights for too long. But it looks like he's holding on here. He might not have him quite tight enough to finish it.
What he needs to do, yes, in his corner shoulder connection, but he's out now. It's good. Dago found that left arm in there to create some space to keep that blood flow to his brain so he didn't get shut off.
Off the fence when you get a chance.
Good side control here.
Don't forget about damage, Gabe.
So if you're listening here, you can hear Gabe's coach advising him to keep his feet off the Kent so that Dago can't wall walk. Look at that. Gabe looking for a rear naked choke here.
Smooth transition to the back. I don't know if he's underneath the chin quite yet, but he has strong, lots of pressure on the jaw here. Dago's doing a good job of trying to find a hand, though. And
so being that Dago is pinned against the cage here, what he needs to do is obviously separate one of those arms and keep the wrist control, but then turn back into him like he did there.
Yep, and that's get his back in his butt to find a hole and do what he did, and get his hips back underneath him, get his feet back underneath him.
Win the break.
Oh, good head kick there by Gabe, but Dago eats it.
Gabe's got a very grappling heavy approach here, but he's willing to mix it up on his feet. Dago's got some good feints. In and out.
Catches him with another two.
See if he can start getting some offense going on his feet. Good
and that was a good check by Gabe. Those hurt. But a good right hand by Dago. And he returns.
Answers, yes. There's some good exchanges.
Actually, you can see some swelling there on Dago's right eye.
You think that was from that left hand, or
I think so.
Earlier exchanges on the ground?
I think it's pretty tough to land a really significant strike without your feet underneath you, even if you're really powerful. Most of the time, it might have even been from the kick. So that was a pretty good first round by both of these guys.
Yeah. I would give that to Gabe here, 10-9 though. If we're going off the scoring system of control, right? He didn't necessarily submission attempts, right? What it's like damage done.
For sure, he controlled the pace of the fight. He attempted multiple submissions. It was really more of a defensive round overall. For Dago up until the very end there, you saw him, kind of some glimpses of some good things out of Dago.
Yeah. You know, this red corner, no matter what team they've been though, the red corner's made some really great adjustments in between rounds so far tonight. So let's see if Dago can keep that going for the red corner.
As our in-house wrestling correspondent, Albie, if you are Dago's corner right now, what are you telling him?
I mean, damage controlled, meaning this guy's the superior grappler, but you got to get to some positions where you feel like you can gain some control and and start tilting that scale back in your favor of winning this round and putting yourself in a position where you can get some damage back or get some submission attempts. But, yeah, find a control position, maybe an underhook or somewhere where you're not eating a bunch of punches unnecessarily.
The striking exchanges definitely seemed more 50-50 to me.
Yes.
Gabe did land some good shots there, but Dago did as well.
Yeah. Gabe's landing the cleaner shots, too, I think, as of right now. He's got Dago on the back foot.
Yeah, good body work by Gabe.
Yeah. And that's what, if you're a Dago, you're trying to avoid that, right? You can't let him get free shots like that, and now we're right back into strong side control, a low side control position for Gabe here.
So being that Gabe is only 1-1, and taking a look by his ear, I'm going to take a wild guess that he may have been a wrestler.
Oh, man. Or he's got a bunch of jiu-jitsu rounds, one or the other, but you're probably right with him being a wrestler.
Just based off the way that he's competing as well.
Yeah,
he certainly seems to be a wrestler.
Yeah, he has a pace. He's pushing a pace really well, and he's, the wrestler in him, he's not standing still in positions.
So great full mount here by Gabe.
Yep. He's going from position to position, and then when he gets to a position where he feels like he can control, he's looking to land damage. So credit to him and his training and his coaches as well.
Don't wait, though. Either be isolating the limb or dealing damage.
Great job on his corner, too, articulating, talking to him, not over-coaching, right?
It's always tough. Yeah, so
here comes a triangle.
Man, he's looking for the mounted triangle here. Dago's really got to get one of his arms tucked back in there.
Yeah.
Particularly his right one.
Yeah. And this is that high mount that we had talked to in a couple of those earlier fights. And his knees are really close to Dago's armpits here. He's got to have super good hips too, because he's not getting bucked. And now he's sneaking this left knee over, like you said. He's looking for something.
Dago, yep. Man, it was a great transition by Gabe too.
A
Yeah.
little bit of damage, a little bit of breakdown.
Yep. Gave him what he thought was an inch just to take back a mile.
Let's break him down and find our rear naked.
Gabe's going to look to get some pressure on Dago's hips here, maybe flatten him out. Good job, Dago, fighting the hand here. Not get strangled.
Nice, topside hand position.
So strategically, one thing that this really does for Gabe is it really wears down Dago's, even if Gabe's not able to finish him in this round, it's going to wear down Dago's arms.
Yeah. This is a very dominant control position. He's using his feet actively in this rear mount. I could see him going into a mount, maybe a head and arm.
Back to mount.
Good
mount. Damage position here.
Yep, he's going to rain some punches.
Oh, these are some big shots. This is not going to go much longer if Dago can't get out of this.
These are good flurries from Gabe.
10 seconds, Gabe, damage. Don't burn yourself out, but give him some pepper.
Yep, his coach is calling for some pepper in the corner. There's a head
good
kick.
Body kick.
Oh, jeez.
Right at the end of the round, kind of iffy, but
yeah. Saved by the bell. Yeah.
So, coming out of that second round here, I think that it's definitely 2-0 here for Gabe. So in Dago's perspective here, I think if you're Felipe cornering him, you got to be telling him to go for broke here.
Yes. You don't got anything to lose right now, because
if it goes to decision.
No, absolutely. And you could argue that last round was 10-8 for Gabe. You know what I mean? Like he put it on him. He didn't necessarily have a knockdown, but he had a dominant enough round where he had him in danger, right?
Yeah. So if I'm Dago's corner right now, I'm telling him to go out there hot and heavy right away and throw some overhands.
Yep. With your shielder on it, right?
Yeah.
You gotta like. Worst case scenario, you get finished in this round. Best case scenario,
you land
find
something.
a way to win.
Yep.
Yeah, but
Gabe's just got to ride it out from this point.
Yeah, but you don't want to take that for another 3 minutes. Either way, you got to get some momentum back.
Gabe seems like the kind of guy that's going to look for a finish in this round, though.
His pace is not slowing one bit. You could say he's got stronger as the fight has gone on.
Some good kicks by Gabe.
Yep, he's still tight.
Pumping
in his
that
position.
jab right into that shot.
Yeah, his technique is not really good. Yeah. Unfortunately for Dago, Dago's doing the best that he can do, but yeah, Gabe is just, Dago's a little outmatched here. This is that 3/4 mount position there. See how that?
Oh, this is not a good spot for
Yeah.
Dago to be in.
Plus he has the arm trapped. Yep. Heavy mount. Yeah, man. He's showing heart down there. Not just laying there and taking it.
Well, no shortage of that throughout Dago's fights. He's always continued to be competitive and, not really a guy that's ever going to give up.
Yeah, he's all heart, man. And like we talked about him being a natural grappler, like credit to him because I think lesser guys would have gotten submitted a lot earlier on in this fight. Gabe is no joke, man.
So Gabe looking for the body triangle there.
Take some more wind out of those sails.
Take your time, find the grip, damn it.
This is where you don't want to be if you're Dago. There's a ton of pressure on his hips there. He's going to try to get his knees back under him, but then he's just going to be a step behind because Gabe's probably going to start throwing some leather to the head or just working wrists like he is. And that's super frustrating if you're the guy on bottom. Like the guy on top of you is everywhere and nowhere all at the same time, right? That's what I like about that 3/4 mount position, though. You see that? How he's not fully committed to the mount. Here comes the head and arm.
He looks like he's got him in the head and arm choke. He might be pretty deep here.
Not quite. But he goes to that knee slide on top. Now he's back in the full mount. It's 3/4 mount because his left foot is draped over Dago's left quad, or his right foot's draped over his left quad like that. Now he's in a traditional full mount. It's just a beautiful display of grappling. And I don't mean to be too wordy about it, but these are some things that you don't necessarily realize that are happening within the fight.
You don't see this a lot for a 1-on-1 fighter, for somebody with two fights under the belt.
No, this guy, he's grappling like a purple belt at least, right? With a wrestling background.
Squeeze that body triangle, make him forget
Definitely
about the
not a newbie.
No. He's got his rounds in for sure. And like you had talked about earlier, he's got that body triangle. Now he's going to switch to a rear mount.
20 seconds, Gabe. Keep it.
I'm most impressed with Gabe's transitional grappling in this last round here.
Only thing I think that I would like to see a little bit more out of Gabe is just more aggression in those dominant positions, looking for the finish.
He could have probably done that maybe 45 seconds earlier.
Great performance by Gabe. Pretty clear victory there, I would say, on his end.
Yeah. Another back tuck. Yeah, you're just throwing him. Yeah, unfortunately for Dago, that could end up 30-26. That was a very dominant performance.
A lot of cauliflower here in that cage right now.
Yeah, that guy in the state shirt that you had talked about, that is Zach Primetime Paletta. He was on the scene for a while now. I don't know if he's still actively competing, but he's clearly coaching up there, so. For the longest time, they were trying to get Zach Burroughs-Nash matched up with Paletta. Never transpired.
I think I may vaguely remember that now in retrospect. Doubling down as a dancer in addition to an MMA fighter.
Oh, buddy. Hips don't lie. Yeah, so I hear a couple 30-26s in there.
Definitely a dominant performance by Gabe. A lot of really good stuff you saw from him, both striking and grappling, but primarily on the grappling end, he really just controlled the ring.
Yeah. Yeah, man. You had mentioned it as well, though. It would have been a little bit nicer to see him on his feet because he did look good there, right? But he put it on him. He wore him out there in the grappling.